Hello. Just look at the view behind me. Absolutely glorious, it tells you, glorious. We've got Mr. Solarface up there somewhere. There he is. Okay, just there. We got me here. We got my little boy there relaxing, and we're surrounded by the gloriousness that's nature. Wonderful. Puts you in a beautiful, quiet, calm mood. I love it. Now, I'll turn the camera around and just show you what I'm looking at, because you can see what's at the back of me, but you can see what we're looking at then, can't you? Look at this. Beautiful. These big old trees. Mostly blue skies, quick clouds dancing in the sky. All the various greens that we can see. The birds, rabbits, squirrels, wildlife. And a little lonely bench. So what a beautiful little view. Just to chill for a minute. I find nature really settles my mind. It really brings me to a place of peace. It's probably the only thing in life. I love music, and I love art, and I love poetry, I love reading. I love so much about life, but I think sitting in nature, doing not a lot, or soaking up some lovely views, or hearing some wildlife, I don't think you can beat it, you know, for doing something to the soul. You know, it's so good for your mental health. And of course, so is art, so is music, and so is everything else that I mentioned. But there's something so magical about sitting in nature. And I'll tell you what it is. I think what it is that it's, natural, isn't it? Obviously, nature is natural. Whereas perhaps listening to some music on a electric device, or putting some paint onto canvas, or whatever, it's not nature. Alright, bud, good boy, nice and calm, good boy. So perhaps that's what it is, you know. When you're bimbling by a river, you know, that's magical. We are water, you know. What is 70% water, is it? So that's it does something to us, that water. Any water really, lakes, ponds, rivers, whatever. But I love it. I absolutely love being with the trees and chilling out. Oh, waggy tail. He's been a good boy. It must be frustrating being on a lead. Look at him. He really wants to go and kiss a little dog, but no. Bless him. Anyway, I've got a lot of Mr. Solarfaces coming into the screen, I just noticed, and changing various colours for us, but whatever. We don't mind. So I'm always banging on about, if you can get outside, get outside. I'm always banging on about that. So I thought I would explain why, really, and for all those reasons and more that perhaps can't be explained. Nature just does something. It has a hold on me, so much so I'm getting the odd drip. We had quite heavy rain last night, so I'm getting the odd drip on me, which is lovely in its own right. Yeah, it has a kind of a hold on me, so that if I don't go out for 2, 3, 4, 5 days, it's unusual, but if I didn't go out for 3, 4, 5, I would feel compelled to. The need is so great to go out and just breathe and just be, and you don't have to do anything. You make no plans, you know. I don't ever make plans, really. I don't make a plan to make a video, and yet I talk about whatever I talk about. And do you know what? I've made videos in the past, and I've gone home and I've sort of plugged the camera in, either that day or the following day, into the computer, and I think, oh, 3 videos I've made. Anyway, what I've done is I split a video maybe, but I've made 2 videos, so one has 2 parts and one has 1 part, and I think, well, I don't know what I said, I don't know what I was talking about, because I don't really make plans at all, you know. And same as been in the nature, you know, I don't think, oh, I must come here and we'll do this and go there and do this, and you know, it's no set agenda. And perhaps that's the beauty of it. Perhaps, you know, that's being in tune with nature, and that's what we should be doing more of, I think, really. I've always thought that the way we live as humans is not really very conducive to a decent, calm, sensible life, a sensible way of living, a humane way of living. I never thought that. I don't understand it, you know. I remember I was 15, I started work, and within about a year I was saying to people, they got it wrong. You know, we got to work for 5 days to get 2 off, and it really should be the other way round. Work 2 to get 5 off, or certainly work half the week, you know, do 4 days then to have a 3-day weekend, because 1 day is always wasted, always. And if you got Saturday and Sunday off, you end up Saturday, you know what it's like. If you're not mowing the lawn, you're shopping. If you're not shopping, you're cleaning the car. If you're not doing that, you might be running the kids somewhere, or you might have to go and visit somebody, or do this, or go down the bank, or collect this, or, you know, and it goes on and on and on. And before you know it, you're into Sunday, you've had your roast meal, and you're thinking, you know, I better wash my uniform, or, you know, do my sandwiches, get ready for work, and you haven't had a weekend, really. And we're the only animals on this planet to pay tax and to work like that. It's crazy. You know, this beautiful little fella there. Hello, my love. Hello, darling. You alright? Good boy. Gonna go and get him a drink in a sec. Yeah, he doesn't need to think or worry about bills and, you know, stuff. We've got it wrong. And there's no change. Well, there is change in it, because I've noticed, obviously, since COVID, a lot more people started working from home. Also, a lot of people, they reckon, is it 150,000 or something, aged 45 to 50, gave up work during COVID. They looked at their finances and what have you and thought, what's the bloody point? Well, there ain't no point, is there? You know, being a slave for somebody else is awful, I think, for anybody. Sorry, but it is. You know, if you're at work, then I do apologise. But I think unless you're on decent money, no point in it, really. Just be self-employed and do your best, you know, keep your money for you. And in between times, do this if you can. Do something. You know, nature heals. Nature is glorious. Nature is what feeds my soul. And you know, although I have panic disorder and I get panic attacks from time to time, I get depressed, I get anxious, you know, and life sometimes can be a little bit of a struggle. With this pacifies my soul and puts a lot of that kind of stuff in the background. That's why I bimble a lot. That's why I'm with the trees a lot. Because I need to be. We are nature. As humans, we're not mechanical, we're not a robot, we're not from, you know, some lab. We are nature. And I think therefore we need to go out and connect with nature, which is connecting with ourselves. Take care, be well.